While I was gone this morning, Keith started working on repairing the wrapper. Would you mind just giving a brief synopsis of what you've done so far? And then I won't make you talk for a while.
What I've done so far. Well, what I'm doing now is when that bushing exploded and was apparently rolling around in there for some time, buggering out the keyway on this shaft. So I'm trying to preserve the keyway while building up the shaft around it.
Okay.
So I have the key I need in the keyway, which is 1/4 inch square. And I got a 5/16 sacrificial key beside it. And I'm going to weld it in and fill in that gap. Then grind that back off to round, and I should have a suitable keyway to put the new bushing back on with the sprocket and the new chain, hopefully.
Perfect. How did it go?
As expected.
Good. Wow, that's beautiful.
Isn't it though?
It is. You're a master.
Good enough for the girls that we run with. Right, sweetie?
Yep. It's amazing. I am so happy for you.
Now I just need to put some tools away so I can work.
Cut your new chain.
The oily one is the new one.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
rusty, stiff one is the old one.
Right.
Plus it's broken.
Yeah.
Yep. But first I have to secure the pegs in the tapered bushing here. I have to find the right sized hex wrench that goes in. See how that tightened it up?
I did. Thank you for trying to tell me things while you're going along.
Oh.
Because you know I have no clue
Is that
about...
good or bad?
Huh?
Tapered bushing. This part is smaller back here. And this part is well, you know the thing. So when I put those screws in, it draws the two pieces together in a compression hold, which tightens the whole works up there on the shaft. why they do it that way instead of down here where it's just a, well, there's a roll pin down there. I don't know. Might be good, might be bad. Anyway, that's the way they did it. That's the way I'm putting her back together.
Well, Wilson said this was a 1995 model.
92.
92, and you've not had to make this repair yet, correct?
Nope, probably wouldn't have had to make this repair if I'd have taken the cover off once or twice and oiled the chain.
Oh, gee. Well, now you know. We, again, got this in 2005. We have no idea if there was...
extremely well built.
Yeah, I was going to say, if nobody had to make this repair at any other time, this thing obviously has done extremely well for almost 30 years of use. So,
Tanco,
no, yes, 30 years of use, you said.
I assume maybe they're farmers. One of them must have had to have been to say, wouldn't it be a good idea to wrap a bale and preserve this good hay?
Yeah.
Anyhow, in Ireland, there she goes.
Kind of like putting a saddle on a horse. You adjust it, and then you walk them, and then you adjust it again.
Is that the way you're supposed to do it?
Yes. Because
that's why
maybe
my
that's why
saddle
you
came off that day. And
maybe that's why you ended up hitting the road with your head. Yeah, no, I learned that from a friend a long time ago. That you put the saddle on and you walk them and then adjust it again, because sometimes they will actually push air, you know, to kind of bloat their tummies a little bit when you initially put the saddle on. So it will kind of loosen up as you go. And yeah. So you don't necessarily trust that first adjustment.
A lot of experience with loaded horses.
No.
Loaded cows.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of bloat.
Loaded people, quite a few.
Oh, gee. You have poultry coming to visit. They're looking for an open door into the shop.
Well, if they come in through my open door, they might find the next open door is the freezer.
Yeah.
I don't really know how loose this chain ever was, but it's got to be looser than that, unless I miscounted links. Wouldn't that just be my speed?
Well, you could always blame Wilson, because I think Wilson was helping to count, was he?
I laid it right out there in the counter. There we go.
Look at
Now I
that.
have to, how am I going to put that connecting link in? I'm going to have to do it right through this slot. There's no other way I can get it in. Maybe that's why they had the tapered bearing. You're supposed to connect your chain and then slide it in the tapered bushing. Do you think that's why they did that?
I really have no idea, but I'm glad you do.
Well, I believe that's the way I'm going to do it.
So are you going to have to loosen that all up again?
Just slide it out enough to put the connecting link in from the back side.
Because it has to come in from the back?
Because I have to connect the front of it there.
Okay. I know it's warm today, but at least the air's moving slightly, and the sun is currently under a cloud. And now the sun is no longer under a cloud, but at least the air is moving. Which reminds me, I need to get stuff off the line and hang up some more laundry.
Get down. Oh, that's why.
Why?
Hitting it the wrong way.
Okay.
Well, let's take the whole works back apart here. If I were Irish, I'd have known how to fix this right away.
Because you'd think like the Irish think.
Right. I'm thinking like a German thinks.
Which is helpful in some instances, but I guess not when you're working on an Irish piece of equipment. Let me know if I can lend you a hand, literally, to hold something.
Should stay.
Okay.
I gotta grab my link.
I won't touch.
Come on.
Should I try to catch something in case it goes flying?
I should have a needle nose pliers, but it's way inside in that drawer.
Well, do you want me to go get it so you don't cut a finger open? Or no, you got it. It's what a man doesn't need is a woman telling him how to do stuff.
Well, ain't that the truth?
See, I've tried to learn something over the last 21
No,
years.
I think I do need my needle nose pliers to thread that middle
Well, in what drawer?
pleat down there. I'll grab it.
Okay.
Because you would probably grab the wrong one.
You think? You're right. I would not have grabbed those. I would have looked for something straight. Is there an advantage to the curved ones, or was it more so the size of the pliers?
It keeps the pliers out of my line of sight.
Yes, correct. You're so smart. Wicked smart, we would say.
There.
Wonderful.
Now, let me flip that around again so I can have my key on top.
Now, if you don't mind explaining this while you're doing this. No, you don't have to. You don't have to show me anything with that. Just explain to me, if to no one else, why is it called a key? Because I keep hearing you call it that. I know that's what it's called, but why?
Because the shaft onto which this goes has a matching square keyhole right there, and you put the key in, half of it fits in there, half of it sits on the shaft,
that's what
and
attaches
it
the
helps
two
to
together.
keep it from spinning on the shaft.
Okay.
So also does the gaps here. I don't know if you can see through your camera the taper on that bushing.
Yeah.
The sprocket I'm putting it in has a taper that goes the other way, so when I tighten those screws up, it sucks them together and actually compresses these
Okay.
gaps. Actually, you would think a German did this. It's a little over-engineered. But I mean, it's necessary for this application because I don't think there's any other way to put a chain together.
Well, and I was going to say I'm partly German, but I'm no engineer, I can tell you that.
But Lydia is.
Yes, Lydia, but that's your genetic.
Your German daughter.
Yeah, that's your genetics coming through. So
now,
certainly not mine.
I've messed up again because I do have to put that on in perfectly the right spot.
You have to put what on in perfectly the right spot?
The threaded holes on the threaded half holes on the bushing and the sprocket. So how am I going to do that? Because there's three things I'm lining up: the threaded holes, the chain, and the keylay. I'm not sure you have enough film to film until I get this figured out.
No, it's okay. That's how we learn, is by doing.
But that's why farmers don't learn very fast, because they usually do things only once or twice in their whole career. By the time they have to do it again, they've forgotten how they did it the last time.
Well, this maybe you'll have on film if you need to do this again, or if somebody else ever needs to do it after you.
Hopefully there is no.
Now, the female in me is just saying, okay, you ready?
Yep.
Why can't this just be manually turned to line it up with the holes?
Because it's connected. Everything else is going to turn.
Yeah, but why
I'm
can't
just jumping the chain.
Okay. I mean, why can't everything else just turn? You say because it's all connected and...
Because... Yeah, I guess it could. I was thinking most of these sprockets were doing the same as both of those, but they're not.
Again, if I can help you hold something...
Hold your tongue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's not the right orientation. I see. I gotta get all my stuff off this belt before I flip it all on the ground. That's what I was talking about, putting my tools away before, but I quit only halfway through. There, the planets have aligned.
Now, I have only 2 in my hand. Are there actually 3?
Nope.
Okay. So what's the third?
That is... I'm not sure. Maybe for another application.
Huh. How you feeling about the repair, sweetie?
I'm feeling okay.
Good?
Mainly because this doesn't spin at any RPM higher than less than 1. It has a duty cycle of about 50%. Because
I was gonna say whatever that means.
every spin of the turntable, it rotates only once.
Oh, okay.
Because this shaft that rotates that has a sprocket on the end of that, and when it comes around to these rollers, one over here, one over on the opposite side, that's the only time it turns. Now I get it some shot of fluid film so she won't rust again for another 40 years.
Well, I'm awfully glad that you know how to do this stuff, because it certainly saves us in repair costs.
But I had to spend much more money than, I think I spent $190 just because no, maybe it wasn't that much, 140 maybe. Just because I had to buy 10 feet of chain.
Yeah.
And I needed only about 4.
Well, maybe you'll end up using the rest of the chain for something else.
I have nothing else right now that has double 40 chain. But
oh. Well, maybe you'll
I'll build a go-kart or something.
find something at the auction.
Yeah.